we start the recording. Yes, perfect. So welcome everybody to the next instance of the Keptn community and developer meetings. Today is the July 29th. And today the core team will present you what they have been working on the last 2 weeks. I will just start first with presenting the results of our Keptn 0.8.7. As you can see, all the issues have been closed. So we are ready to release. This will happen in the next few days. So stay tuned for the latest and greatest version of Keptn with all these bug fixes resolved. And that's basically everything from my side. So I will give the chance to Ermin to go ahead and present us the pausing, resuming, aborting of task sequences. I will stop sharing.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm going to present you the feature controls for pausing, resuming, aborting task sequences. Actually, we have here a dependency on the functionality to support it also in the core, which is also in development right now. But yeah, we already have the buttons in place, and I will do a live demonstration, although I don't have a pull request yet for this. So as you can see here on my demo cluster or development cluster, I have a delivery sequence that I paused a few seconds ago, and I have a delivery here running right now. But I can, of course, pause also that one. As you can see, the deployment task was already started by the Helm service. So this task will finish first, and yeah, once paused, the next task will not start. Yeah, but of course I can resume. It takes some time, and then it will just resume, and there we go. Yeah, this is the dev stage, so no tests or evaluation is here executed, so the release is here very fast. But when I go to the staging stage, as you can see, we are again here in a deployment, and yeah, to demonstrate the abort functionality, I will click on abort. Of course, when I click on pause, I can resume the sequence anytime again. So for this, we don't have a confirmation, but in case of aborting, yeah, you're aborting that sequence and this action cannot be undone. So there is a confirmation. And if I abort it, yeah, as you can see, the sequence will finish immediately. This task, of course, will run and finish, but the sequence is finished at this stage. And yeah, it says finished with result pass. We still have some discussions here going on and working on the implementation here in the core. But yeah, my part is about adding those buttons here and yeah, triggering the specific state then via the API endpoint. Are there any questions? If not, then I'm handing over to Moritz.
Thank you. I will also quickly share my screen here. So the last 2 weeks, I mostly worked on automation tasks. I already presented last week a proof of concept for automatic releases, or like almost semi-automatic releases for the Go utils repo. And this is now done and merged. And we actually have 2 pipelines for that now. We have a pre-release pipeline and one for the actual releases. This is kind of for us to be able to generate pre-releases, test them properly, and then when everything is fine, hit the go button basically and release the full public version. In addition to that, which I showed last time already, I also worked on automating updates for the CLI documentation. And for that, I'm going to show the 2 pull requests I did. Basically, This is the first one in the Keptn main repo. That's a pipeline that listens on push tags. You can also trigger it manually with the workflow dispatch event. And basically all it does is it sends a repository dispatch event to the keptn.github.io repository, which has our documentation inside. And in that repo, there's another pipeline which listens on that event that was just sent from the Keptn repo. And what this pipeline does is basically check out the pushed tag, download that version of the Keptn CLI, and then run the Keptn generate docs command, which generates all the documentation for all the commands that are possible in the Keptn CLI for that version. And then it takes those commands, puts them in the right folder, and then creates a pull request onto itself so that the core team can then review and approve that PR to automatically create new documentation for a new CLI version. And that's basically already it. I worked on automation tasks all the way this sprint. Handing over to Klaus.
Okay, thanks. I'll share my screen. Yeah, okay. So basically my task was this sprint to add null checks to the TypeScript files of the bridge frontend. So before there was no error message or TypeScript let me compile it if I made a mistake, for example, event is undefined and I tried to access event.type. Now we introduced the null check. That means, yeah, this is now not able to compile if there's something like that. And yeah, the whole bridge is now adjusted that this cannot be happen anymore. Next to that, the environment screen is changed. So before, there were just 20 sequences loaded or displayed for each service and in each stage. And now this whole information is aggregated and displayed in the environment screen. The aggregation is now on the bridge server. So the servers in the control plane are in the backend and yeah, fetches this information really fast and the frontend gets the result. Yeah, and that's basically it from my side. Any questions? Okay, if not, then yeah, I guess we are finished.
Yeah, if there are no any more questions, I saw that we have an attendees, Aditya. If you have any remark, feedback, or question, please write in the chat. Then if nothing, I will say thanks for all of you for the presentation, and I wish you a nice rest of the day. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.